Visual Basic lets us select from 4 looping structures. At first, selecting the appropriate one can be confusing because of the similarity in their names, but it really comes down to making 2 decisions. Do we want our code to run while a condition is true, or do we want it to run until the condition is true? And do we want the decision to be made at the beginning of the loop, which means the code in the loop might not execute at all, or at the end, which means the code in the loop will run at least once? Let's assume we want our loop to run while a condition is true. Here are our 2 choices: do loop while and do while loop. Notice that in the do loop while example, the condition isn't evaluated until after the code in the loop executes once. But in the do while loop example, if the condition evaluates to false the first time, the code in the loop never executes at all. And of course, the do loop until and do until loops work the same, except they execute until the value of the condition is true. Again, in the do loop until example, the condition isn't evaluated until after the code in the loop executes once. But in the do until loop example, if the condition evaluates to true the first time, the code in the loop never executes at all. The final looping structures we'll look at are for next and for each. A for next loop executes a code block a specific number of times. A counter within the loop is incremented and is evaluated at the beginning of each loop. And a for each loop executes a code block for each element in an array or collection.